Here's a quick test for the Crystalsky at max brightness and the Note 8 at max auto brightness, set to 1080p screen and no performance mode. Later I'll be doing a performance mode which increases the brightness by 10%, and I'll be doing a test for stress testing and just an overall brightness comparison. The test was broken up into 2 days. On the left is day 1. Starting in red is the Crystalsky with the first battery, and below in blue is the Note 8 with the second battery. And then to the right on day 2, we started with the Note 8 in blue, and then continuing for the second battery, the Crystalsky in red. To the far right, you will see the summary breakdown for day 1, day 2, and then day 1 and 2 combined. So for the Crystalsky, we used 3% battery on day 1 and then 6% on day 2, so combining those 9% for both tests. The RC on day 1 used 8% and then 12% for day 2, 20% for both days. For the Note 8, we used 4% on day 1, 3% on day 2, and then 7% for day 1 and 2. The RC was 15% day 1, 13% day 2, and 28% on both days. So all this information basically tells you that the RC is going to run out before the Crystalsky or the Note 8 runs out of battery. In the right summary at the top, you'll see that the Crystalsky only used 20% of the RC battery and the Note 8 used 28%. That is because the RC will actually trickle charge the Note 8 and will not charge the Crystalsky. And I was unable to turn off the charging for a better battery comparison to the Crystalsky. So now if you estimated that 2 batteries took 20% from the RC when using the Crystalsky, you'd get around 10 batteries total, and the Crystalsky would be left at 55%. And if it used 28% of the RC for the Note 8 test, you would get around 7 batteries, and the Note 8 would be left at around 79% battery. The last 2 things to mention about the comparison is that the Crystalsky can swap out a battery, and for the Note 8 you can lower the resolution to 720p on the screen, which should drain a little bit less from the RC. Finally, for all the boring stuff, I'll leave a link to all the gear in the description. I used 2 thermometers to record the temperatures in the sun and the shade. They were both on the ground, one under my bag. I also have a little laser grip thermometer that I recorded the temperatures for the Mavic Pro RC, the right and left side near the joysticks. I also recorded the temperature of the Crystalsky, the front screen, the right, center, and left, and also for the Note 8, right, center, and left, and also for the Mavic Pro drone. I did the front head, the hottest part, and then the center near the battery, the little button, and for the tail at the end of the drone, little hottest part right there. I also used a USB Type-C cable that I bought from Amazon to connect the Crystalsky to the RC, and I used the included Type-C cable for the Note 8. The last thing on the Google spreadsheet that I didn't mention was at the bottom right corner. I left the last 9 flights of my Mavic Pro if you want to compare flight times. Thanks for watching, and look out for my next 2 videos. I'll be doing an overall brightness comparison between the Crystalsky and Note 8, and I'll also be doing a stress test for the Note 8. I'll be max brightness, performance mode, screen recording will be on. I'll be live streaming, so that should be up whenever the next hot day I can record on is.